Welcome to Sizzle and Spice. My name is Steve, and today I'm going to share with you a special video. A video where one can have an idea what to serve on Christmas lunch. So it's going to contain a starter, a main course, dessert, and also with the complimentary of mulled wine. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to start on is preparing the starters, and the starter is going to be today's tortelloni. It's a homemade tortelloni. If you want to see how they're done, visit my video. For the tortelloni sauce, I'm going to need an onion to chop finely, we're going to need 1 clove of garlic, and some fresh spinach. Two rashers of bacon, and we'll chop them up. Now the bacon, I'm going to add the bacon because it's going to leave its smoky taste with the sauce, which is going to be a white sauce. We're going to add some butter, we'll let it melt, and then we'll start cooking the ingredients. First the onion and the bacon, the garlic, chopped garlic, spinach, and a little bit of walnuts. I have prepared some stock, and we'll let it simmer. When it's half simmered, I'm going to add wine, and we'll let it simmer again. Then we will add the cream. But it's important, the white wine won't simmer, the cream will curdle. So I'm going to add half a cup of cooking cream. I'm going to add some Parmigiano Reggiano here. A little bit of salt, and pepper. Now in the meantime, we'll let it simmer slowly. Start preparing our mulled wine. For the mulled wine, I'm going to use approximately 3 cups of red wine, 1 aniseed star, 5 pieces cardamom pods, few cloves, approximately 8 pieces, and an orange peel. The sauce for the tortelloni now it's done. Tortelloni is the last thing that we need to boil. We have the mulled wine going. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay. The mulled wine is boiling, so I need to transfer it on a lower heat. And we'll let the orange and all the other herbs to give it its flavors. I'm going to add 1 stick of cinnamon. As for today's main course, I have decided to do beef Wellington. Now, for the beef Wellington, you would need a fillet steak. You have the head and you have the tail. The head, it's called Chateaubriand. The tail, it's called mignon. So, the middle part, it's the chain. And we need the chain to use for the Wellington. So, for the chain, we need to cut it this way. We're going to leave the Chateaubriand out. We need to leave the tail out. And we need to use the chain. So we're going to set it aside for now. For beef Wellington, we're going to need to use puff pastry, which has been prepared before. So, as for the puff pastry, I'm going to cut it in half. Sprinkle flour. And we start rolling it out. Sprinkle flour on it. With beef Wellington, we're going to need Parma ham. We're going to need to make a duxelle, which it's a combination of mushrooms, and we're also going to need to have the Dijon mustard. So, in the meantime, while I'm going to prepare for and we're going to need the pancakes, sorry. So, while I'm going to prepare for the pancakes, I'm going to have the fillet to seal. It's important that you always seal the fillet, so that you will let it rest. And I'm going to start preparing the mushrooms for the duxelle. I'm going to use white mushrooms, not to bring it finely chopped. You turn it over. Turn it on its sides as well, so that we'll make sure the top bottom sides will be sealed. That way we're going to seal all the juices of the beef and the meat itself, and when we get to serve it, it's going to be nice and juicy. I'm going to use brown mushrooms as well, and I'm going to use 1 portobello mushrooms. turn the fillet on the other side. Now that the fillet is sealed completely, I will set this aside and let it cool. Now I'll start chopping up the portobello mushroom. Now, as it's Christmas, I would like to give this Wellington, besides the mushroom, I would like to add a little bit of chestnuts to have a Christmas flavor in it. I'm going to add about 150 grams of chestnuts. I'm going to add the chestnuts with the mushrooms. I have one onion peeled. And we start cooking the duxelle. I'm starting to cook the duxelle by first cooking the onion with a little bit of butter in it. Chop 2 cloves of garlic. And add it to the onion. Now that the onion is done, we won't allow the garlic to burn, so we'll add in the mixture of mushrooms and chestnuts. I'm not going to allow the mushroom to bring out all of the water in from it, otherwise it will be too wet to place on the dough. So with all the mushrooms that we have chopped, you need to keep in mind that when you're cooking the mushrooms, you're going to lose a lot of it. So as you can see, from all those mushrooms, all we have left is this. Add a little bit salt, pepper, and I'm going to add as well a little bit of chopped parsley. Okay, mushroom is done. Now that the fillet is cooling down and the mushroom has been set aside, I'm going to start preparing the pancakes to go into the Wellington. So what we need is 2 eggs, of salt, 2 spoons of flour, and approximately 1/4 cup of milk. we'll start preparing the pancakes. A little bit of butter. And we keep on preparing the pancakes. We need 4 pancakes. And we are having our 4th pancake done. When it comes to the pancake, one might ask, but why the pancake? Well, in my opinion, I find that the pancakes are there to protect the dough. So, if there's any juices that's going to come out from the beef, the first thing that's going to observe that juice is the pancake. Now that the pancakes are done, it's time to start preparing the fillet. So, the fillet has cooled down. I'm going to brush it with a Dijon mustard. It's amazing the taste that this mustard leaves with the fillet when it's being cooked. You need to brush it on all sides. Okay, we'll set it aside and we'll start preparing the dough. So, we already rolled out the dough. I'm going to brush a few egg yolks. I'm going to place pancakes. Laying Parma ham on the pancakes. With Parma ham, you need to be very careful because it is easily broken. And here comes our last piece of Parma ham. So I'll put 4 pieces and 4 pieces. You need to have about approximately 1 centimeter thick mushrooms. Do not squeeze in the fillet because the juices will come out and the dough will get wet. Brush with egg yolks the end of the fillet. Gonna turn it over and brush so that it will seal the ends. and I'm gonna put it aside for now. Now maybe some have noticed that some chefs like to decorate their beef Wellington. But when you get to decorate the beef Wellington, many times we see videos that you need to have a specific roller for the same decorations. But today I'm going to show you, in case you don't have the roller, because naturally women at home and other people that they are not chefs in the catering establishments, they don't have it. So I'm going to show you how you can do the same decorations. So sprinkle the flour, roll out the dough, so now that I've rolled out the dough, I'm going to sprinkle flour on the dough. I'm going to turn it in this manner. Going to cut these edges. And I'm going to cut it this way. And open it up. I'm going to brush the top of the Wellington, and I'm going to place what I've just created on top of the Wellington, and I'm going to place it in this way. This is only a decoration for the Wellington itself. And I'm going to brush again with the egg yolks. I like to add a little bit of sesame seed on top. It's not in the actual recipe, but this is something that as a signature dish of our channel I'd like to do. Now the Wellington is ready and it's time to place it in the oven. for approximately 25 minutes to 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Now to serve with the Wellington, we're going to need a sauce and we're going to need a side dish. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to prepare the sauce now by the time the Wellington is being done in the oven. So I'm going to roughly chop the carrots, roughly chop the onions, we're going to add some celery. So we'll let it cook. In the meantime, I'm going to start preparing the side dish. So all I'm going to prepare is 2 pieces of carrots, you want to add some salt to the water and start boiling the carrots. And I'm going to prepare 2 pieces of zucchini. Now the zucchini, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them in half. I'm going to trim the edge. And let it wait until it's time to start boiling it. Now it's time to prepare the potatoes. Now the potatoes, being a Christmas lunch, I'm going to prepare it in a way as we know it as a better shaped potatoes. We're going to half cook it, half boil it, then we're going to sear it in butter. And it goes to potatoes. So, as you know, we have the Tortelloni sauce ready, we have the beef Wellington in the oven, we've got the sauce ongoing, we have the mulled wine ready, and the side dishes for the beef Wellington going as well. Now, we need to think about the dessert. Now, as for the dessert, being a Christmas lunch, I'd like to prepare something colorful. And the first thing I had in mind was a pear. Try not to remove the stalk here, because that will make a decoration out of itself. I'm going to add water, approximately 2 tablespoons of sugar, cinnamon, cloves, and red wine. Along with it, I'm going to add a little bit of red coloring. add the pear. Let it take its coloring. In the meantime, I'm going to add red wine sauce to the metaphor that I have just prepared. Let it cook well, and then after it takes its color, then we add the red wine. And this is to make the red wine sauce. We let the wine simmer. You keep on coloring the pear and let it cook. Allow it to take the flavors of all the spices that there is in the mixture. The wine has simmered, and I'm going to add to it the beef stock that I have prepared, and we let it simmer as well. Add salt and pepper to season it. Okay, now the potatoes is almost done. It's halfway cooked. Add the butter and sear it in the pan. In the meantime, I'm going to add in the zucchini. Now the sauce has almost simmered. Our dessert is almost done. Our potatoes is getting seared, and our side dish, the vegetables, are being done. What I'm going to do is, as the sauce has simmered, I'm going to transfer the sauce in a bowl. So the potato is getting seared in the pan. The pear is done. I'll set it aside. Our red wine sauce is done and thickened. And we take it off the heat. Potatoes has been seared. This a sauteed potatoes. Now it's time to add the veg to the pan with butter. I always like to keep the zucchini that I'm serving. I don't like to have it too done because otherwise it gets mushy. So I like to have it a little bit something to bite on. Okay, the veg is done. In the meantime, I'm going to start preparing the cream for the dessert. Whip it up until it thickens. Right, this type of cream, my intention is I do not want to thicken it up too much, so that it will be a little bit, I could be able to spread it around the plate. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use a simple muffin, chocolate muffin. I'm cutting the edges, cutting it in half. And going to plate it in this manner. In the meantime, I'm going to add in with the starter, which are the tortelloni. I'm going to use as a garnish a little bit pomegranate, I'm going to place the pear on top of the muffins and sprinkle some cream on top, and that's for the dessert. Now, to prepare the tortelloni, I'm going to fry some pieces from bacon ribs. And it's time to prepare the tortelloni. As for the tortelloni, so I'm going to make a bed of sauce. I'm going to plate these tortelloni on top of the sauce. Sprinkle some more sauce on top of the tortelloni. And garnish it with the bacon that I have prepared. And a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano on top. That's the starter. Right, the beef Wellington, it's done, so it's time to take it out of the oven. This just looks amazing. When you take it out of the oven, you need to let it stand for at least 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare a glass of mulled wine. try this out and see how it tastes. That's amazing. That mulled wine, it's one of a kind. So, the mulled wine is ready. We have the starters ready. The dessert is ready. Now it's time to see the results on the Wellington. So I'm going to transfer the Wellington onto the board. And we'll have it cut. Most preferably, it's cut with a seared knife because of the dough. And this is the results that we got for the beef Wellington. Now to serve it, I'm going to lay some red wine sauce. Place the Wellington on top of the sauce. Oh, what fun it is to ride my one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Along with the potatoes, the carrots, and the zucchini. This is my idea what to serve for Christmas lunch. You've got tortelloni. We have the beef Wellington, pear on muffins and cream, and the mulled wine. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be looking forward to bring up more videos for you. If you enjoyed this video, please add and subscribe. For now, bye and Merry Christmas to you all.